We're back.
We are back in DD Pie. How do I get back up to the
better than
floor?
ever. You are just freaking out inside there too, and it's impressive. Those poor, sad bastards. Fucking hiccups, please don't do this to me. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that fuck. That fuck hurt, fuck. Oh, boy.
We both just said, oh boy. That was odd to me. Old rubbish, as opposed to that new rubbish that you also like to box up and keep in your warehouse.
So, question for both of you.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Because I feel like this is a question that, like, has been asked before.
Last time he asked a question to both of us, neither one of us answered, and he got all grumpy about it.
Well, I feel like this is a funner question. If you could, for one day, have the opposite gender genitalia, do you know what you would do with that genitalia?
Immediately masturbate.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's the first thing.
Okay, so that's what everyone says. Which honestly, yeah, I'd probably masturbate, and I would
It's
want
like
to.
the first thought, and then like there's so many opportunities.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to know what it's like to have a dick. What? God, no one finds my shit funny.
It was funny.
Thanks.
Oh,
Fuck off, Eric!
I did actually not get that for a second,
Of
only
course.
because I was trying to figure out what that crate was for. But then my mind was like catching up to it, and it was just like, oh, by the way, you missed this in this last few seconds, and I was like,
Thanks, mind. Thanks for having my back.
Pissy made it funny, but it's too late for me to joke.
So yeah, jack off, then you gotta piss out of it, then you gotta try to have sex with it if you can make somebody do that.
So
Will you put your lady cock in my man vag?
you want to just you want to just bang, and she'd be like, yeah.
Well, no shit.
We have like a whole bunch of wonky shit going on. Why wouldn't we? What
Gotta
else
try
would
it
we be
out.
doing? Not
Wonky
banging?
shit, is that how you're gonna describe
I mean, how
it?
long do you have it for?
A day, you said.
24 hours.
Just 24 hours?
So like at one point, it's like, all right.
What if you
got
prefer it?
Well, they have surgeries for that shit.
Descriptions of orgasms from the different genders are supposedly quite different feeling.
Yeah, I've heard, and Skittles, because I don't think I've ever talked to anyone about this. Skittles, confirm this for me, please.
Okay.
I have heard
Just talk about you coming.
that if you have an orgasm as a lady when you have to pee really bad, it feels much better.
I don't know about that.
I never heard that one.
Because as a guy, if I have to pee, I'm sorry, but I gotta be like, potty break,
Yeah.
because like at a certain point,
No, I mean like your bladder, like female bladders, like if you're getting fucked, like and it's like pressing on your bladder, it's probably pretty unpleasant.
But
Because it's
keep,
like, oh my god, I have to piss.
but keep in mind the literal orifice that from the urine and the sexual intercourse on a woman is actually
I guess I
two
could
different
understand
things.
where
Yeah.
like the pressure
With men, that's
could
not the
make a
case.
difference, but I don't see it. I don't think so.
I've heard that it depends on what position you do it in, but the right position will like actually
I
stimulate
think people are
nerves in
getting
your...
confused by feelings because I don't think so.
I mean, it was on like some girl's sexual blog, but I
She
can't
was
remember
probably
who.
just confused by the feelings.
Like maybe it was
Like just a lot of pressure like in her abdomen. She was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is great," but really it's just like, "Oh, I have to pee."
because as a guy, if you have to pee, first off, staying hard on its own becomes difficult, and finishing up business as well is difficult. Like if I have to pee, I'm like, you know, this is cool because it's probably gonna we're gonna last that much longer, but at a certain point, things are gonna start shutting down. Like the more and more you have to pee, and I don't know if I've never known if that was just me or not. So pissy, like
I could back you on that if I'm
Okay.
gonna be you know,
bone
exploring
alone.
the country of piss. I do not need urine backed up in me at the same time.
If I'm bone alone and away on a veggie padgy, and I need a fucking tinky
I feel like
winky.
you would be nervous to like give it your all.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Oh well, I mean, like as a guy, it just literally physically hurts.
Yeah. I mean, you might want to be prepared for that kind of thing, Eric.
Well, I mean, usually I go pee beforehand, but then at
You
some
always are
point,
just struck with the need to piss.
yes. Well, I have to pee frequently, anyways.
I understand.
Likewise, man.
Sacrifice this motherfucker.
I saw there was a Reddit thread once where they were discussing the different feelings on sex between people, and some woman asked if any guy could explain or describe how orgasms feel for them, and the top comment was, "Feels like you're sneezing out of your dick." And there was, and the only comment was, "That's actually the single best description of it that I could possibly imagine." Like, yeah, it's not even really not right. Like, it's not accurate, but it's more accurate than any other series of words I can think of.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have a lesbian friend, and she's fucking my work biffle. Like, me and her.
I used to have a work biffle.
And it's always me and her. We always look out for each other. But anyways, one day we were on the conversation of what would she was asking, like, what does it feel like to have a dick? And I was trying to explain, and I was like, I don't know if I could give you an answer because
I don't know what it feels like to not have one.
Yeah, I don't know what it feels like to not have one. I could try to imagine what would it be like to not have that thing dangling there and stuff, but it is kind of hard to think of that. But she was like, I just want to know, like, what does the dick do, like when you're sitting there? And I was like, well,
if you're sitting, it falls between your legs.
Falls between your legs, and depending on how hot it is, it might be sticking to your thighs or something like that.
If you're standing, it'll pretty much kind of stick out the front on its own natural, viscosity.
Yeah.
Kind of hangs there on its own. If you're sitting, it'll fall between the legs. If you're lying down, it just kind of goes whatever direction is down. And it can make things a little bit stickier, a little bit more, uncomfortable and whatnot, depending on the heat and room in your pants and what you're wearing.
And
that's the only description I could think of.
I was like, yeah. If it's hot, it's gonna stick to your thighs.
If it's cold, it's probably
it's gonna shrivel up a little bit.
Yeah. Give it a little shrivel.
When you're walking, it might like, depending on how you're walking or
and
like
how loose your pants are.
How loose your pants
it
are.
might lightly bounce.
How aggressively. Man, fucking Mumbo, you are pretty damn useless. You can't climb ladders. You can't fucking climb poles.
Yeah, you got magic though.
Son of a bitch. Where do I go with him? So I know it's somewhere up here. He's got to do the fucking thing. The thing.
The Ekambokum thing. Skittles, vagina, how's it feel?
I don't think I have words for that.
Yeah, I guess it's just an absence of something.
Yeah,
so
it's just like, I don't know.
Like, what's it feel like to not have a third arm coming out of your right elbow? Well, like there isn't one.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, like, depending on how you're walking, it might be like ping-ponging side to side on your thighs.
That'll happen.
There's certain times when, like, you're sitting and you might need to readjust because your balls are in an uncomfortable position. And then there's the whole thing of when you're getting freaky deaky and soft things start getting hard, you might need to adjust that because your penis might have been aiming down and now it wants to go up. So you kind of have to, like,
Yeah, there's definitely an issue there.
Pull the clothing away from your body a little bit to give it room to spring up. Or if it's up,
a little room to breathe.
If it's up and, you guys put your clothes back on and get up and start going about your business of playing the fucking hokey pokey and,
that's what it's all about.
Getting a job, and that's what it is all about. And it's, it's hard, but going soft, now you need to adjust it downwards, or else it's going to go soft but sticking up, and that just feels funny.
I've learned so much information today.
Oh yeah, we got some. I can't remember what it was. I was talking to Skittles not that long ago, and I had to describe something that had happened with my dick earlier that day, just like a funny anecdote. Don't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to give her like a background on this. I'm like, oh, so let me tell you something about dicks. And she kind of like turns around and she's lying down and she puts both of her, puts her chin up on her hands, like, okay, like really excited to learn.
I'm ready to learn.
I want to know about the dick. Tell me what it does. Like, well, my young pupil.
Oh, man. Mumbo, fumbo.
Don't insult Mumbo Jumbo.
There's nothing. There's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Literally
nothing. Literally nothing.
Now you're consulting your thing.
Yes. Let's keep talking about dicks and shit.
All right. Well, we can do that. See, you did that thing again where you told us to keep talking about it, and now it just dies.
Well,
Nobody
that's your
knows
own
what the
damn
fuck
fault.
To say. No, it's really not. It's your fault because you're the one who stopped it and you're the one who said it. It's your fault. Don't over this guy.
Fucking Eric.
Fucking Eric. Save it. Skittles, how was work?
Fine.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, I mean.
Any kid you have to cut the hair of?
Yeah.
Were they annoying?
Yeah.
How annoying?
Well, the first one was like a baby, sort of. And it was crying and drooling.
Lovely.
Yeah, and then the other kid kept like putting his head like down and like leaning forward. And I'm like, keep your fucking head up, kid.
Hey kid, don't move your fucking face!
I wish I could yell at children, but they're not mine, and I don't want to get like not to.
Very little time to get.
Mother, could you come over here and yell at your child for me? Because I can't do it.
I feel like if you tell like somebody's kid like to like sit still or something, they get offended.
Which is dumb
Yeah,
as
but
fuck.
how do you
Yeah, like
fucking
fucking
get up
teach
there?
your kid to sit
There's
still.
It was strap the fucker down.
They have those at like the kid salons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like seat belts for the salon chairs.
Well, shit. That might be useful.
Dude, bro, dude, boo.
I have an AMC gift card. Really, I gotta go see a movie.
What movie?
I don't know. I do
gotta
want to see
see X-Men.
Zootopia, but it's already out on DVD, so it's sure as
We
shit
should
ain't in
just buy
theaters.
it. Kayla actually bought it. I'll borrow it from you.
Good.
X-Men.
I know. Stop poking me, bro. Get
See all that
poked on. Stop
controversy?
it!
You see all that controversy over the fucking guy choking out Mystique?
No.
There's like, because like one of the, I don't know, promotional pictures for the movie was some bad guy choking Mystique.
Yeah.
Like just grabbing her by the throat, and there's like a huge fucking controversy. People are flipping their shit.
It's an action movie. People fight.
And they were like, that's fucking so disgraceful to women. You know
God
what?
damn it.
Brah,
I
get
hate
over
feminists.
Strikes me as an action movie. People are gonna fight. People are gonna get in combat.
And-
I'm sure we've sung the praise of it
People
before, but that's
just
the
get,
great thing
like,
about
so
Mad Max. They
offended
didn't give a fuck.
People
Yeah.
get offended by like the wrong things.
They get offended
Like,
by
you can
anything
be
they think
pissed.
they can be offended
You can be
by.
pissed about like stuff like that, but there's no reason to be pissed about that. It's a scene in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, but Skittles, spoiler alert, I'm assuming Mystique does pretty well for herself. I doubt she just gets fucking destroyed and killed by everyone, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's not like a damsel in distress.
Probably like a
or
major
anything.
character and
She is
very
a major
important
character.
and-
Actually, she's like a role model to the younger X-Men
She is like,
in the movie.
she's a fairly good example of like a dominant female figure in the goddamn X-Men movies.
Can you say figure again?
Figure.
Yeah, he said
God
figure.
damn it! You and Jane both say figure.
Fucking weirdos, right?
Every time I hear it, I'm like fucking figure.
Figure.
It's figure. There's a U in it.
Figure.
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 Figure is F-I-G-G-E-R. Figure. I'm gonna shove my figure in her pussy.
Oh my god! Don't ever say that again.
That's figure. That's what figure is.
Figure.
Oh my god.
Both. There's no L in it. It's pronounced both. That's what I'm saying. Both. You sound like such an ass the way you say it.
Both?
Yeah.
Both.
Quoting Red versus Blue.
Oh, okay.
But, both. There's like some people, there's an L there, but there's not.
I think I say both with an L.
You're like Simmons.
Yeah.
You sound like such an ass the way you say it. Eric, our 15 minutes is up.
Ah, shit.
You've successfully wandered around as Mumbo Wumbo and done nothing.
Ah, nice son of a bitch. I literally...
Well, just use it then. We
Yeah.
extended episodes before. Just do this and then
That's
we'll
true.
end
Hope this works.
it. Look, it doesn't. Sorry, Banjo, you're fucked.
Belt crusher malfunction. Initializing auto-fixing program. Crusher will be reacted in 45
Oh, run, motherfucker, run! What the fuck? Just go. Just go. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, shit. Things are looking pretty damn bad for me.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh man, holy shit. Okay. Well, I can still get this jiggy, guys. I just need to do this again, warp back, and
I'm not following what's happening here.
I need to do that, warp back, turn back into Banjo-Kazooie, and then I can run over there.
I don't know how you're supposed to
Yeah,
do
I don't
this.
know how you're doing this.
I don't see how you're gonna have the time. Fucking run.
Yeah,
You
you
have
need to-
so little time.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is gonna happen, bro.
Oh, God.
Swallow.
Oh, man.
There's a split up pad right there, so maybe... No, because you can't be Mumbo and split up and leave them there. They have to stay in Mumbo's hut if you're Mumbo.
That is
So this
true,
is the only
yes.
way to do it, so this has got to be right. Just run across the thing. Yeah, you can do this. Yeah, you're fine.
Well, 20 seconds.
Fucking run!
I did it.
You have successfully
okay,
fucked
so-
the world. The world is my oyster.
So is there like a jiggy or something in here that...
Probably.
Oh, I need
Well,
to be
that's
Kazooie. So I need to come back as Kazooie. Okay, unless... Oh, there's a pole here. Let's finish investigating this room, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
Hey-oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, 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 no,
Ah,
no,
sweet.
no, 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 no,
I think I have all the elevators open up now. Motherfucker, na, na, na. Oh, what I was gonna say earlier. Are we still on the same episode of talking about dicks?
Yes.
Lesbian friend. All she wanted to know is figure
You.
out what it feels
All
like.
she wanted to know.
All she wanted to do was just feel what it likes to have a bloody fucking wanker in between the legs.
That's not a wanker, dude.
I thought wanker was just like it's calling someone a cock.
No, to wank is to jack off, and calling somebody a wanker is calling them a jack off.
Ah, okay. Either way, because she's one of those lesbians that's like super against toys and any wiener-shaped things.
Why?
She's just one of those lesbians.
That's weird.
I didn't know that was a type
I mean,
of
I guess
lesbian.
it's not that weird, but
I mean, yeah, whatever floats her boat, but
I mean, I didn't think of that either, but I was like, well, there's people that like fucking armpits. Like, there's literally people that like to fuck armpits.
Indeed.
So there is a thing for everyone.
right.
But she was just like, I just want to know what it feels like. I wouldn't even masturbate. I was like, oh, come on.
She would too.
Because, like, okay, like, I'm gonna fucking slip something in your drink and get you horny then when you have a dick, because you are gonna get curious. Because, yeah, like we said earlier, I would probably masturbate, then pee, then just, like, walk around and see what it feels like to not have that thing flapping around in there.
Be able to close your legs while you're sitting comfortably.
Oh, yeah, that too. Pissy, have you ever, like, sat down really fast and you, like, accidentally squeeze your balls in
Yep.
between your legs? Oh, God. Mm-hmm. And especially because, like, you feel it happen and you're like,
The thing with the ball pain is it
God.
often doesn't hit immediately. It
Yeah,
takes
it
a
is
second. So you're like,
delayed.
this is gonna suck. As soon as this sentence is done, my day is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And then it's bad. Well, Mr. Eric, are we all about done?
yep, I think, we are done.
God, it's been a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Yes.
Signing off, I'm Skittles.
Skittles.
Well, way to fuck it up, Eric. I thought we would all just, like, say goodbye with different names.
Oh, I'm Timothy Tamtup, the
I
triangle
meant our other
tickler.
other people in this room. Fuck it. Skittles, say bye.
bye.
Dick. I shoved my finger in her pussy.
Oh my god, don't ever say that again.
That's figure.